everybody, it's Molly. Thank you for joining me today. I'm wearing my Gryffindor shirt for you if you're a Harry Potter fan. I actually had on my Hufflepuff shirt because technically I'm a Hufflepuff, but I had physical therapy today, and my physical therapist is a huge Steelers fan. He's from Pittsburgh, and I couldn't do it. I could not wear the black and gold, so I had to switch to Gryffindor. He would have been too happy if I walked in there with his team's colors, so couldn't do it, of course. All right, thank you for coming today, joining me. I follow an artist named Jane Davenport. I'm assuming you know who she is. If you clicked on this video, I'm assuming you know who she is. If not, I'm so glad you're going to be introduced to her right now. I've been following her for probably about 2.5 years. Actually, I know exactly when I started following her because I had hip surgery in April of 2014. And I was laid up for a while, and that's when I really discovered YouTube. For this whole world opened up to me. I had no idea there were videos about people who loved paper, who just loved paper and notebooks and all this stuff. I didn't know. I would go on YouTube to look for certain like how-tos maybe, or certain like music videos or something like that, but I didn't know this whole world existed. And I found BookTube and all this stuff. Oh my gosh, it has really enhanced my life. When you're stuck at home a lot because you can't go out, you can't drive, you can't walk that day or whatever it is, I appreciate having YouTube videos for things that I can do or that I can learn from. So when I'm feeling great or feeling good, I can do those things. So YouTube has really enhanced my life, because if you haven't watched any of my previous videos, I have something called Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, or EDS for short, and it's basically, the quickest way to explain it is faulty collagen. So instead of all my ligaments and everything being elastic like rubber bands, I just stretch. So my joints dislocate really easily. Muscles are in chronic spasm for trying to hold joints in when the ligaments can't do it. Things like that. If you're curious about it or want to know more, please watch previous videos. I go into it. I really explain it and what life is like with it. And a big point that I make is that when you can't do things, it's really hard. And when all of these things have been taken away from you, I was a teacher, I was a swimmer, I was a swim coach, I taught USS age group swimming, or I coached USS swimming. I was such a physically involved mother with the way I played with my children and things like that. And it's all been taken away. Now, it can be really easy to get sucked into that and really be depressed. And believe me, there are very hard days. But the reason why this channel is called Paper Zebras is because the zebra is the ribbon for EDS. And it's because of a medical zebra is someone with a rare condition. It's from the phrase, if you hear if you hear hoofbeats, let it be horses, not zebras, meaning look to the most obvious. So that's where the zebra comes in. The paper comes in because there's so many times you can't do things, but you have to do what you can do, what you're able to do, what you're passionate about when you're feeling good. And for me, that's paper. Anything to do with paper. I love art journaling. I love writing. I'm trying to write a book. I love scrapbooking. That's probably where most of my, not just love of paper, but actually using it and doing something with it. That's what started when my son was born. I really got into scrapbooking. Now I'm really behind. I have to catch up a lot. So that is what my message is. You got to hear about the tough times. You have to talk about it. You have to help somebody else who's going through it and feel like they're all alone. You need that. But you cannot obsess on everything that's wrong, everything that is not going your way, everything that hurts that day. You can't, or you will drive yourself crazy. You will be so depressed. And life is too amazing for that. It sucks a lot of times, but it's also way too amazing and beautiful and rewarding and special to get sucked into that all the time. So for me, my love of paper and art. And even if I can't do it, I love watching it. I love watching tutorials. People just craft their art journal pages, you know, with music playing, or where they're talking you through it. You know, there's so many amazing artists on YouTube, and I am very thankful. That's probably a really good idea, that maybe I do a video just kind of thanking the people that I do really appreciate. The YouTubers I really look up to and that inspire me to get myself out of my head and out of my pain and out of whatever's going on and really put it into something else. Okay, so there's my little spiel. So the artist I'm going to talk about today is Jane Davenport. Okay, first and foremost, she has a book, and I'm going to turn the camera around and go through the products that I have of hers. I just learned she has this whole product line 2 weeks ago. So I went on there, and there's all these posts of her using her new product line, like one video for each product demonstrating how she uses it, and she flips through things, and it's so fun. And that's probably one of my most favorite things to watch, is people playing with these products and how they use it, different ways they use them. And there's so many other YouTubers that do that. Jennifer McGuire is an amazing person to watch, to see how to use, like if you have a lot of dies and stencils and things for card making, how to use them in so many different ways. Again, I will have to do a video with recommending people to watch, because I would love to bring support to anybody, that I can help bring people to their channel. Would mean a lot to me. It would make me feel really good to help them. So, okay, I've never done this before. I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna do this for you, turn it around, and show you what I have from Jane Davenport. So here is her book, and I got this probably 2 years ago, I believe. It's called Beautiful Faces, and you can see right away her just beautiful, whimsical style. It is gorgeous. The eyes are what I cannot get enough of. How she makes such beautiful, magnetic eyes amazes me. So I'm not going to go through the whole book, but I did mark off a few pages that will show what you can find in her book and in her videos. She will go through products and everything like that she recommends you have. And then she goes into the drawing. This is just a quick guide. The first face I did, I just used this really quickly instead of going into the chapters where she really goes into detail. I just wanted to do this. I wanted to get started so quickly. So there she is. That's Jane. And, here is a way she shows just how to build very simply, little step by little step, to get this face, each part. And then she will go into more specific details, contours of the face, using a grid to help you get the scale right, okay? Now she goes into more specific instruction about how to use the grid lines to guide you of the placement of the face, of where the eyes and nose and lips should be, and takes you through until you get a face. I've done this one too. I haven't put hair on her yet. She looks sickly. Okay, and then she goes into the details. And all throughout, I'm sorry, I'm doing this terribly. I haven't done this before like this. Okay, and throughout the entire book, you will see her amazing pictures. They're just, you can sit there and spend half an hour just looking at all the details in one picture. How many layers she puts in texture, and it's incredible. Okay, then she goes into detail. So here's a whole page describing lips. Okay, and how to draw them. And then you see another beautiful piece of artwork. Okay, and then she goes on to here's, how you do a nose. And then I love this picture. I absolutely love it. She does a lot of mermaids and things like that. Okay, and ears, and she just goes through the eye. This is amazing. Jane's whimsical eyes. Okay, so this is just striking. Her eyes are just striking. If anyone really had these eyes, oh my gosh, you wouldn't be able to stop looking at them. Okay, brows and lashes, and then hair. She has such a way with just a couple of lines. There are literally pictures of hers where there are like 2 or 3 lines, and it's beautiful hair. I don't understand. Okay, she goes into, putting parts in different places, bangs, crazy updos, and she has one for braids, windy hair. Where's the braid? There it is. Twists and braids. I think that is just, stunning. From here, she goes into shading. This is probably, if you're doing faces, this I think is the most important part, because she shows you how to build up the light and shade and where to put it. And she also goes into different colors. She doesn't use typical colors a lot of times. She uses a lot of like orchid, lavender, and yellows and things like just really surprising colors to build up, pinks to build up all the different contrasts in the face. Okay, and she takes you step by step. And not only that, but in each area she's using a different product. Like this one, she's using pan pastels. Then there's a part where she's using colored pencils, a part where she's using markers. So it's great. It's not only just the techniques of drawing, but it's also using the products. Then the next part I marked off. Oh, she also does a part on collage. Okay, dreamy skin tones. Now this one is the part where it's using different markers. Now you might have Copics, or I have the Spectrum Noir markers. There are so many alcohol markers, watercolor markers. I also have one pack of the Tombow watercolor markers. I love, love, love the Zig clear color brush markers. Those are fantastic. I love those. I will definitely be doing videos with those. So here she's just showing, and markers, alcohol markers especially, can be hard to get. It takes a lot of practice, and she stresses that throughout this entire book. It takes practice. It's going to take a little while to get used to it. But if you think of it all as play and learning, then it's not intimidating. Because you can look at this and be like, oh, I'll never be this good. Well, absolutely you can, if you take the time to practice it. Now, I'm talking to myself here, because I am such a perfectionist. I'm so hard on myself that sometimes, a lot of times I won't do something until I think I can do it right the first time, or do it great the first time, which is terrible. I don't like that about myself at all, and I really want to overcome that. I'm getting better. Look at these green eyes. Oh, okay. So this is her book. I got this on Amazon. I think that's the most affordable place to find it. Okay. Now for her products. Okay. So I went to Michael's as soon as I heard. I just posted this. I took a picture of my haul here, and I posted on my Instagram. There's a link to my Instagram right there on my homepage of my channel. And I wrote about how when I found out last week or 2 weeks ago that she had her line coming out, and it had just come out, I screamed. I yelled, I have to go to Michael's, at the top of my lungs. I was back in my bedroom, and my husband heard me in the kitchen, comes running to see if I was okay. And I was like, Jane, Davenport has a line. We have to go. I want to go to Michael's. Can we go to Michael's? And we couldn't go right then, but he took me the next day. So he's a very wonderful, understanding man. And he does know how important all of this is to me. I can certainly get carried away spending money on crafts and stuff, but just even looking at these things make me so happy. And I know all of you know exactly what I'm talking about. Okay, so here is some of the stuff that I have got so far, that I've gotten so far. Okay, first let's start with the washi tape, because everyone loves washi tape. Anyone who is in arts and crafts at all knows about washi tape. And planners, you use it in your planners and everything. Okay, so I have 4 of them, and I haven't gotten them all in one trip. The first day I got 2 of them, and then the other day I got 1 more, and then I thought I had this white one, but I didn't, so I went and just got that today after PT, after physical therapy. So this one here it's just a variety, but this is just like a background of paint, looks like from an art journal page. Here we have, she loves swatches, Any videos you watch of hers, or several of them, you will see she does swatches of everything. I think she has a sketchbook full of swatches of every material that she has, which is a fantastic idea. Of course you should do it to see how colors behave. I've done that with the Zig markers and some paints that I have, but I want to do like an actual whole notebook of it. So swatches she has everywhere. Here is swatches. She took swatches. Look at that. Look how amazing that is. She took these swatches and made them into women, put heads and arms and legs on them, and made the swatch color the outfit. Amazing. Okay, and then here is a bunch of her portraits, a bunch of the faces. And I just love, oh gosh, you just put these on anything just to make you happy. When you open your planner, when you open your bag or bills or even something, that just, it'll make you a little happier when you have to go pay some money. Another one, I'm not going to open actually no, I have to open this one. This one is all faces, parts of faces. So each roll has a different body part on it of a face. So we have eyes. Here's a really thin one with eyes. Okay, here is a thick one, a wide one with eyes. Oops, I'm just butterfingers. And then kind of the medium width with more eyes. Okay, and then you have noses, and then you have two with lips. So when you put them together, the face, I'm sorry, I'm messing this up. Her washi, so she does examples of how you can use these. She lines them up. She has one of her pages where the entire background around the woman, this is in her video of washi tape, and the entire background she did with all the eyes. It's amazing. So instead of doing like a solid blue background or black background or something like that, it's all the eyes from the washi tape. Okay, this one is all white tape, meaning you can do whatever you want to them. You can paint them. Look, there's pencils, paint brushes, a plain medium width. So you can paint them however you want. And you can stamp them. She has videos where she just lays the plain white ones out and stamps eyes all over them, or stamps faces going down the wide one. You can do whatever you want. That's the thing. It's completely free and open to however you want to use these. This last one is just a bunch of whimsical painting things from her paintings. She has, like I said, she loves mermaids. You know, these are just different like backgrounds, it looks like, from maybe some of her art journal pages. There's some girls, some women on here, some words, a green to use and a floral. Okay, so they're all fantastic just to look at, even if you're scared to use. I know I have a lot of supplies that I'm scared to use. My husband even just joked about the other day that I have so many stickers and I don't want to run out of them, so I won't use them. Where's the logic in that? We got to use this stuff to make us happy. We have to use it. Okay, these are her paint over pens. And she has a video on this as well. And these are for using on top of your painting. When you want, she does a lot of like highlighting with the white in the eye or on the highlight of the face, or writing over darker colors. So you have a skin tone. This pink, you see her doing a lot of cheek and lips with that. Blue for the eyes, you know, you could think of that. This is just a face right here. Face in a package. But she uses them for so many different things. And they go over other paint. There's not many paint pens or pens that can write over acrylic. If you think about it, acrylic is plastic. So there aren't many things that can write on top of it. And these do, because it's paint on paint. So I can't wait to play with those. These are collage papers. Those of you that do mixed media in your art journals or in canvases or whatever, junk journals even, these are fantastic. They're like paper napkins and tissue paper together. Okay, so here's just a look at all of them. See, she loves her swatches, okay? Paint splats, things to use for backgrounds. Look, so you can open these up. You could glue a whole thing down using your gel medium underneath and on top. You always want to do it on top as well. But if you want to add color, add your color and then add your medium on top. This way, you have a beautiful background. You could do something on top of this, any of these. And then you can also tear them up, use pieces of it. An easy way, if you don't want to tear edges or you're afraid where it's going to go, take just one of your fine paintbrushes and wet the tip and just draw a water line around where you want to tear out, and it will tear cleanly for you. And you don't have to worry about accidentally tearing it the wrong way. Oh my gosh, I love these. They're so beautiful. The faces. Oh, look at this. Oh, there's a quote on here, I think. Yep. Laughter is a smile with the volume turned up. Oh, fantastic. Jane, you are an inspiration. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You know what? I hope she watches this. I've seen where she has written comments on a lot of people who have done hauls on her things. And Jane, I really hope you watch this, because you have been such, not just an inspiration and so amazing to watch and everything, but you have given me, personally, you have given me back a part of my life that actually I didn't even know I could give so much to. You know, so much of my time was given to teaching and my kids and swimming when I could coach that. And so you've given me a new part of my life, I should say it that way. It's amazing. You're the first person I really started watching on YouTube faithfully, and it's been a blessing. Just looking at your beautiful colors and pictures brings happiness to my day, and I can't stress that enough. I'm sorry if this sounds really cheesy, but it is the absolute truth. Okay, this is perfection on paper. Here is her paper pad. It's 48 pages, and you get 2 of each picture. So there's 24 different pictures. I'm not going to go through every one, but there are pictures that, like this one, where it's strips of all these different pages put together in one sheet. You could cut this into strips. You can use just parts of it. You can do it whatever you want. Whatever you want. Just background paint. Oh, look at that. Beautiful. There's a video of her making this painting. It's incredible. You see how free she is? She doesn't worry. She talks about, you know, enjoy the mess, I think is what she says. And embrace the mess, I think. Anyway, look at, this isn't perfect. This is background. She did a whole bunch of background and then drew the girl on top, the woman on top, and drew these. So these became the flowers. This was all background, and then went around with white paint to block that out. So you get your image. So you get that this is clothes. You get that this is flowers. It's amazing. But you see all the brush strokes, and it's not perfect, but it's beautiful. It's whimsical. It is, oh, I just love looking at all the patterns and texture and time that she put into this, and it's wonderful. Just beautiful. Another girl. So again, there's 2 of each. Okay. Like a kind of Mad Hatter woman. Oh my gosh. I'm learning to fly. Look at that. Absolutely stunning. You almost don't want to use it, but you know what? Because there's 2 of each one, you can kind of say, you know, well, you know, I have one that I can keep and one that I can do things with. Here's another page of swatches. That's a great thing for a background. Or even just use certain ones, a certain strip, a certain row. Ah, beautiful, Jane. Beautiful. Okay. Now, there's a lot of people that love planners and notebooks. And if you've heard of the Traveler's Notebook, Midori Traveler's Notebook was kind of the first one. And now there's faux dories all over the place. So many people using or making their own. On Etsy, you can find so many artisans that make leather. I'll show you mine here. This is mine. It's a Foxy Dory. The company is Foxy, or Foxy Fix, I'm sorry. We call it Foxy Dory. Foxy Fix is the company. And it's just a piece of leather. Beautiful, beautiful leather that smells incredible. And I just sit here and like rub it. My husband and kids laugh at me. And then it has these elastic bands. Let me find the middle here. It has elastic bands. This one has 4. You can find them with 2, 3, and 4 usually. And then you slide things, whether it's notebooks, calendars, credit card holders, pockets, things like this. Okay, and I'll do a tour of my notebook soon. I'm about to change it around. So, I do my calendars, my bullet journal. I use the bullet journal system for planning. And then I just have some of my doodle books and things like that. And then Jane made one because it is such a huge craze. It really is. This was the first one that I bought because I wasn't sure if I was going to like it. I love planners, but I use a different one all the time. And, I'm finicky kind of that way. I get tired of one and want to go into another or find a really great one and then ditch that one. And I go back to, it's ridiculous. I know a lot of us are like that. So this one I got on Etsy. Cake Papery, I believe, is the company. And I think this one, I wasn't worried about it so much. If I got this and didn't like it, I didn't feel like I threw a ton of money away on beautiful leather. So, and I love this. I absolutely loved using this. This just is holding some of my old bullet journals, some of my completed bullet journals right now. But Jane has made her own, and they're canvas, and they have her paintings on different paintings. There's 3 different paintings, 3 different covers that have a painting on them, and then there's a plain one, a plain white canvas. So I'm going to use this. Now she uses hers in her video. I think she has a calendar in hers, and then she has a bunch of notebooks that she uses for artwork and sketching, and she also sells paper packs. She also has paper packs. Here's actually, she calls it the Butterfly Effect book. Okay. And this comes in each of the products for the Butterfly Effect system here. So you can get stencils, and I'll show you that in a second. You can get watercolor, and it fits into the notebook, and it slides. You slide it under one of the bands. Okay. There's paper for watercolor and paper for markers. Or you can use your own. Make your own. If you already have a big pad of watercolor paper or marker paper or sketch paper, whatever, just make your own. Put a few sheets together, make it fit into the book, and then you save yourself a little money and use what you have. Okay, also comes with pockets and pouches. I have that. I'll show you in a sec. And you can get a pack of charms and additional elastics. Her butterfly book comes with 2 elastics. Okay, this one has 2 as well. So let me take this out. Hers comes with 2, but you can add just by taking the elastic that she has, or if you have other elastic, and you just weave it through, and then you can have 4, and then you can slide 4 different books. In this, you can put, I got 2 of them. These are the 2 that she has. It comes like this. It says washi addict on it. So this is to wrap around some of your favorite washi tape, okay? For the wider widths, it has a notch for the wider widths and medium ones, and then a couple of the fine ones. And that way you have it with you. Something I do, I've done in the past is, now I still use it. I take little acetate sheets that, the plastic, like a lot of stamps come on and things like that, plastic from packaging. I cut it to credit card size and then just wrap around some of my favorite washi tapes, like a variety of different colors and for different occasions. And then it fits in the credit card holder. And then that way I put in, some planning stickers. I put in my washi tape cards here. Okay. But then she sells for hers this. So you can have your washi tape with you all the time, or some of your favorites when you're out and about and just want to add some washi tape to your sketch page or whatever you're doing. Okay, and inside it also has a stencil. This one I think I'm going to put in my planner because I could use this for my bullet journal, for setting up, just planning things, or I could use it for your sketch. You can use it for your sketch one. You can use it for anything. Okay, so this goes inside of here. All right, this one is flowers. Again, it also has a washi addict folder. this stencil is flowers. Okay, so if you're out and about and you're waiting in the doctor's office or something like that, you can put it on your paper and just trace this. So this one is going to go in here, and I think this one is going to go in my planner that I take with me. Okay, and then she also has these folders, and this was the first thing that I knew I wanted, because I love anything plastic, and I love her, look, her artwork is on the folders. Look at that. So this goes under one of the bands, and you can put this inside here, you know, to maximize each band. You can layer things up here, okay? So you have pockets on the front. You can put stickers in there. You can put ephemera. You know, if you get you went to a movie, put your tickets in your folder. That way when you go to art journal, or if you journal, just keep a daily journal or a Hobonichi or anything like that, you have your things from your days with you. Okay, you could put bills in there, you can put labels, you can put whatever you have and need, you can have with you. And then that way, look, I have 3 things here layered up that can go on one string. And not only that, but I will also probably put, like, make this one dedicated to watercolor. And I'll take my watercolor, this isn't it, this is a bullet journal, but I would take maybe my little notebook of watercolor paper that I make and put it in here. Well, let's call it on my, let's call it on my stuff on the cover there. Okay, so this is, you can think of this on one band. Look how much I have on here. Now I would make my watercolor paper the size of this probably. So I have storage. I can put stickers or other washi tapes on this. A lot of times what I'll do is I'll put Post-it notes. In my planner one, I'll put Post-it notes in the inside of a cover, a folder like this. Okay, so now on one string, one elastic, I have the folder, I have the Washi Addict, I have the stencils, and I would have my notebook that I'm going to use. Okay, and then on this band, I would put another folder and do the same thing, maybe with this, or with mixed media paper, or marker paper, or whatever it is I want to do. Maybe my writing journal, something like that. So here's one of the other ones. And then you can, that's how you can build up your notebook. And oh my gosh, they're so beautiful, aren't they? Look at this. So you have a like pink peach one. You have, this is purples and blues mostly. Here's greens and blues. Look at that. And yellows with some pinks and blues and things in there. So, and I'm sorry, I love the smell of the plastic. I know that sounds weird, but I do. You could even, you wouldn't be able to enjoy them as much because you wouldn't see them, but you could even, you know, layer them together and put them on an elastic, but you wouldn't be able to enjoy them as much. So no, I wouldn't do that. Okay, so that is everything that I have so far from Jane Davenport's line, and I really want her pen. She has a fountain pen with the ink in it is waterproof, and it's fine for watercolor. It is permanent against alcohol markers and everything. I love it. I want that. That sold out quickly too. So please go and watch Jane Davenport's channel. Subscribe to her. Really watch her magic and how much joy. That's what is the most inspiring to see from her, is how much joy she gets from doing her artwork. She always has a smile on her face. She is adorable. And I love listening to her talk. She's Australian, so I love listening to her accent, you know, but really just enjoy her artwork. Let her inspire you. If you're new to all this, let her inspire you to start something new. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this. When I get more stuff, which will probably be soon because, come on, I can't wait, then I will be more than happy to share that. Okay, thank you so much for joining me, and I hope you have a fantastic day. Thank you so much. Gentle hugs. Bye-bye.